Good evening, everybody in Australia. Good day, everybody in the world. This is Yin Yang broadcasting from California with Morsels of a Thought number 1339. And we are on the Sunday series, Cracking the Parenting Codes by Kohila Sivas. This is Growing Happy Children the Right Way, forward by James E. Dixon, the Absolute Motivator. How to Successfully Raise 21st Century Kids. It's a national bestseller. That was little kitty cat over there, Fira, saying hello with her knocking of the tripod there. And we are in chapter 6, which is code 2, which is nurturing capable kids. And I tried to put that on the screen, but I wonder if I can even, I can't. Sorry. Okay, so nurturing capable kids. As parents, one of the most profound gifts we can offer our children is the confidence to navigate this world on their own terms. While it's natural to want to shield our children from hardship, overprotection can hinder their ability to learn from their own experiences. Constantly stepping in to resolve their challenges can diminish their sense of autonomy and sends a message that they are not capable of handling difficulties on their own. This can stifle their growth and prevent them from developing the skills they need to face the world confidently. We want to nurture our children's capabilities and encourage learning at every opportunity. By creating a supportive environment that values and encourages their abilities, we help them to grow into resilient, self-sufficient individuals. So, how do we do this? At every opportunity, encourage your children to take on age-appropriate tasks and decisions. Whether it's choosing their clothes for the day, managing a weekly allowance, deciding their extracurricular activities, these decisions foster a sense of independence and self-trust. You know how important self-trust is? Self-trust is so important that somebody in their 50s could second guess themselves. And I tell you from firsthand experience, okay? Kohila Sivas says, create a safe environment for your children to explore, take risks, and even fail. Setting the bar too low can be just as detrimental as not setting it at all. It's important to have realistic yet high expectations for your children, pushing them to extend their limits while providing the support they need to reach them. This shows your belief in their abilities and encourages them to strive for excellence. Give them the freedom to make mistakes and use those experiences as powerful teaching moments. This approach not only reinforces the concept of learning through trial and error, but also demystifies the notion of failure. Turn every mistake into a stepping stone for growth and development. Here's an aside by Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. He had something like several thousand ways that it didn't work. Well, he didn't say he's failed several thousand times. He said, I found several thousand ways that it wouldn't work. Get it? Back to Kohila Sivas. This approach, trial and error, helps build resilience and problem-solving skills. Offer guidance and support, but resist the urge to intervene at the first sign of struggle. Instead, encourage your child to think critically about how to rectify a challenging situation and teach them how to think through their problems. There's a story in Chinese legend or something or other that was dramatized on television when I was a child. I saw on a Chinese television program in San Francisco, and it was that of a young boy, not boy, a young man. I'm sorry, a young man who ravished and accidentally choked to death a woman. And he said, gee whiz, another one has just died. And he thought that he was finding pleasure for himself, so he thought he was right. Well, he gets caught this time and put in jail. And then the grandmother, who has spoiled him all this time and done exactly the opposite of what Kohila Sivas is advocating here, says, okay, I want my servant lady to become his wife so that we will have his progeny. Good morning, John Clark. How are you doing? How are you? Anyway, so this man says to his grandmother, you were wrong, grandmother. You didn't teach me how to recognize right from wrong. I will not marry your servant lady. She will not be a slave to me forever in her life while I'm dead. And so he was given capital punishment, and the grandmother learned her lesson the hard way. Uh, so she had no progeny and she had no more grandson. So there is a lesson for you in terms of not trying to intervene at the first sign of trouble for the son, because she was wealthy enough that she used to buy off all the families of the previous victims. So anyway, back to Kohila Sivas. Instead, encourage your child to think critically about how to rectify a challenging situation and teach them how to think through their problems. Ask questions like, what do you think this is? What do you think is the best approach? Or is there another way to do this? This not only enhances their critical thinking skills, but also makes them feel valued and capable. Highlight what your child can learn from their mistakes. Ask them what they learned from the experience and how they might approach the situation differently next in the future. Construct, Constructive feedback helps them understand that mistakes are not failures, but chances to grow. This feedback should be specific, actionable, and most important, supportive. Celebrate the effort your child puts into their endeavors, not just the outcome. This reinforces the value of hard work and persistence, qualities that are essential for lifelong learning and achievement. When children learn that mistakes are a normal part of the learning process, they become more willing to step out of their comfort zones and try new things. When the fear of failure does not hold them back, they will develop a mindset that encourages an exploratory approach to life. Sorry, I'm stopping at every hard word. A supportive environment encourages children to share their challenges with you, knowing they will receive guidance rather than criticism. Children learn a great deal from observing their parents. By modeling how to tackle challenges with confidence and how you deal with setbacks, you provide a powerful example for your children to emulate. Share your own mistakes and the lessons you learned, knowing that their parents also navigate errors and failures and how they manage them with grace and positivity reinforces the message that mistakes are natural and valuable parts of the learning journey. Our role as parents is not to shield our children from every hardship, but to equip them with the tools, confidence, and resilience they need to overcome challenges on their own. By fostering an environment where mistakes are viewed as opportunities, we empower our children. I'll read that a second time. By fostering an environment where mistakes are viewed as opportunities, we empower our children. They will come to understand that true learning requires the courage to risk imperfection. It teaches them resilience, critical thinking, confidence, and curiosity. Growth often comes from the most challenging experiences. Nurturing your child's capabilities is about striking a delicate balance. By embracing their autonomy, offering growth opportunities, and setting high expectations, you prepare your children not just to face the world, but to thrive within it. That was code 2. It was a short code, but it was extremely important because it's extremely difficult for parents to do. I am not a parent, but I watched my parents try to do this, and it was nearly impossible for my parents to do such as code 2. So remember that if you have a hard time doing it, you're not alone. As far as I can tell, parents have a very, very hard job to do. So I'm glad we're reading this. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Stoics, okay? Old Kinderhook. Bye-bye.